Hi, my name is Jefferson Aldridge. I'm from Giving is Good. And today we have James Hudson. He's a friend of mine. And I wanted to interview him to tell you about something extremely simple. I serve in the Mowing Ministry at church with James. And he started it. He's been doing it for a long time, 9 years. And about 2 years ago, we were at church, a video pops up, and it's James talking about the ability for anybody to serve. And I started thinking, what's he talking about? And then he starts explaining the mowing ministry and how if you've got a mower, a weed eater, and a blower, or if you don't have anything, then you can jump in and help. And I looked at my wife and I said, even I can do that. So what I did is I brought James over today. I wanted to get him to explain to everybody how simple it is, kind of walk through the thought processes. We have some rules. And then the reason why I brought him over, besides to explain to us what to do, is that I was at a lunch with a friend and we started talking about, hey, so what do you do at church? What do you do at church? You know, we're kind of having that conversation. We're getting to know each other. And he asked me, he goes, what do you do at church? And I go, well, I'm in the Mowing Ministry. And he goes to a really big church. And he goes, what's that? And I started thinking, well, not everybody has a mowing ministry now that I think about it. And it's so simple that anyone can get involved. Dads with their sons, dads with their daughters. I have a teenage daughter. I take her with me when we do projects. It's something that we can do kind of for fun, something different. And she likes to get out and, you know, move trees and things like that. When we take brush down and we trimmed a tree probably in the fall.
Big tree.
Big tree, a single mom. The neighbors were complaining. They had limbs falling on the other side. And we went over with our chainsaws, our trailers, and me and my daughter, we started cutting up trees and moving stuff, right?
It was great. Y'all just hopped in there. She had no hesitation. She just followed in Dad's footsteps.
Yeah. So James, tell us how simple it is. Tell us, kind of walk us through the basics of it. You've done these videos at church to get people involved. You got me involved. So I'm living proof that anybody can do it. I don't even mow my own yard, okay? So, you know, but when I saw this, I was like, that's something even I can do. So James, take it away. Tell us all about it.
Jefferson, you're on target with all of it. Whether you've got equipment or whether you've just got a willing heart, that's the beauty of this. I think at most points in their life, guys, men have stood behind a mower, chased it around the yard. They know how to use a weed eater. They may not have a gift to be on the platform. They may not have a gift to serve in the children's ministry, but they can get behind a mower. They can help serve others. What we've chosen to do is to focus on two great areas of need. It's the single moms and the widows. When we started this 9 years ago, it was originally around the single moms. Our church has always had a heart for the single moms, and as a result, we realized that what a great opportunity for the men to step forward, to often bring their sons with them, and let us serve those moms. We're going to take care of the yards for them, so on Saturday morning, they can go to the kids' soccer games or take them to practice or whatever it is they need to go do. Let us go do this for them.
How do we identify the single moms? How do we identify the people that we serve? Kind of explain that process of how the mowing ministry is able to find people and giving them an idea of how many yards we mow at our church and how many guys have jumped in to do this.
Well, we've literally had dozens and dozens of guys over the years. This last weekend, for example, for Serve Day, we took care with 39 volunteers. We took care of 18 yards. Okay. And several of those were some fairly nasty code violations that needed a whole lot of love and tender care to bring it back up to city standards. So for both Keller and Roanoke, we're able to go through and identify several yards. In this case, we'd work with the city, but because our church has the ongoing registry, it gives the moms who may already have a lawn care service or may already be wanting to do it themselves, they can. But then they can also say, I need help with this, or I need help getting my car fixed, or I need help with this other thing. And those that indicate a need for lawn care, this season, for example, we're going to be able to take care of 6 yards. So that's a great opportunity for us to go out and serve, to be the hands and feet and to be able to serve these ladies in such a way that they're maybe not comfortable taking care of the yard themselves. That may not be part of their wheelhouse, so to speak.
Yep.
And as a result, it gives us an opportunity for those that do have that comfort level of doing it. It's a great way to either go potluck and make a new friend, because what we like to do is to partner up two fellows together. And the benefit here is, one, the companionship and fellowship of the two guys serving together, coordinating their schedules to go Saturday, Sunday, whatever works out. But at the same time, that we also represent that unified face of our church as we go serve these single moms. And so that way everyone is protected at the end of the day, that we've got that the two guys showing up together through the fellowship, representing our church to the mom. It's just a great combination and a great way that we've chosen to serve, rather than having a guy show up to a single mom's house or a widow's house by himself.
So you're touching on the rules, right? We have some rules. We work in pairs.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
The mom or the widow knows we're coming.
Correct.
Right? And if she has any other kind of handyman jobs outside the home, like I touched on, we've cut trees,
Correct.
We've cleaned up yards, we mow and weed eat, which is the normal thing to do.
Correct.
Give them an idea of some of the other tasks that we do as men to help them. Just simple things that we've done.
In some cases, that may be simple things like picking up the leaves. At the end of the season, there's often, shall I call it, deferred maintenance.
Yeah.
For all the leaves that come down, the yard didn't need to be mowed after probably October sometime. But then as all the leaves come down, it's a great opportunity. So for every Christmas, as the ladies event comes together, we give out a free coupon to the ladies in there. And it's just a complimentary one time, let us come take care of your yard and get it ready for the off season. So it's doing the hedges one more time, it's cleaning up the flower beds, maybe it's laying down some mulch, maybe it's doing some weed and feed, maybe there's some fence repair that needs to be done. In other cases, we've had 2 or 3 whole panels that had fallen down. Just didn't have the resources or the capacity to do it. What a great opportunity for us to go out there and serve them in that way.
I think Jay and I I think we fixed a garage door.
Correct.
You know, basic things that for that single mom, who I think she had 3 children, she lived in a smaller home. To spend yard maintenance on that house is probably what, $150 a month, $125 a month
More
in our
money
area.
than they probably want to spend on it.
Yeah, absolutely. They're so busy taking care of their children and making sure that they have enough money for a lot of them just the bare necessities.
Right.
For us to, and for anyone to go and mow and weed eat and fix a garage door or clean up leaves for something when they could be out with their kids at a soccer game doing what they need to do. Maybe the father's nowhere around.
They're so busy being full-time mom, often being full-time dad. Lawn care person wasn't necessarily on their resume. Let us go do that for them. Let them go love on their kids. Let us go do what we can do. We can't be their mom. We can maybe take the kids out to a ball game. I know that's happened in the past, but what a great chance for us on a recurring basis. And the way that we've structured it is with these 2-person teams, we'll typically have 8 guys assigned to a yard. And what that enables is that way, because a number of us do serve in other areas as well, whether it's on church grounds or off church grounds, it gives us a chance to do those other things as well. So that way, every week, you're not only taking care of your own yard and another yard, but on a rotational basis. So each church can make their decision about how they want to do it. I've chosen to do it about every 3 to 4 weeks, give or take about once a month. So that way, it's a chance for you to know the yard, how it needs to be taken care of. But each week, we always ask the mom, what else can we do? The guys go in there with open eyes and look to see that tree's falling a little low. Let me trim it up over the fence line, or we're having to duck under it as we mow. Let us go ahead and take care of that. And we'll ask the mom or ask the widow, what else can we do to help? Sometimes they're reluctant, but we encourage them to let us do this. For us, it's an honor to be able to do this. They don't want to impose on us.
Sometimes they feel bad for asking.
And we're almost begging,
and
please let us.
We're there to help. We want to help.
We want to do these things for them. It's an honor for us to be able to do this. We've been given this gift. Let us use this gift. Let us be his hands and feet.
Right. So I want to talk about the simplicity of it.
Sure.
You know, for instance, and James touched on it, we have enough guys in our in our mowing ministry to be able to do this once a month. Okay, so if you mow your own yard, you know, and you're mowing it weekly during the spring season, like right now, people are starting to mow a lot.
Right.
But we only go one time a month. It's not like it's a huge thing.
Right.
So, like for us, me and Jay, one of the guys that I mowed with last year, it took us about 40 minutes for the both of us to be there, and we could mow, weed eat, and blow and be done.
Right.
And if she had another small project that she needed, you know, I would take my tool bag with a cordless drill and the basics and a saw, and if we needed to trim some bushes or anything simple, we could, you know. So the amount of time that someone has to put into this, it's not crazy, but it means a lot to a single mom and a widow who doesn't necessarily have the funds, have the time, have the ability. They could be disabled, right? They could be past that age where it's physically possible.
Right.
You know, there's so many things that we can do, and every guy typically can get off the couch and go do this. It's that simple. You may not, but I know, for instance, I have an extra mower, an extra weed eater, and a blower.
You're a lucky guy in that regard.
Because somebody gave it to me, and I was able to just use it now for this ministry. It's that simple, you know?
But whether you have your own equipment or not, we can always pair up. I always ask our volunteers, what equipment do you have?
Right.
And just as I did this last Serve Day weekend, if I've got a willing heart and the willing hands, great, I'll pair you up with someone that does have the full set of equipment, that has a truck, has an SUV, or a big enough trunk to throw all of this stuff in the back. In some cases, we may even be able to use the widows or the single mom's equipment. They just don't know how to use it, don't know how to maintain it. So we can take care of the yard, but we can also do those one-off projects like taking care of the ants that have popped up, the fire ants that have popped up in the yard. The guys know to bring ant killer. Or if that wasp nest up in the corner is too high for them, but yet the kids can't really
Take a can of wasp spray.
The kids can't play in the backyard on the playground equipment because the wasp nest is out or something like that. Just a chance for us to knock down the wasp nest and take care of that.
And they don't want to get stung.
Exactly. I can't blame them a bit, but the guys will hopefully have some good track shoes on and they can outrun their wasp if they have to.
Man up, take some wasp spray. Okay, it's that simple.
Get the stuff, shoots 12 feet, you'll be fine, and just run fast.
It's called exercise, you'll be all right.
Exactly. You're just running a little faster than you would in front of a mower.
Okay, so I think what we'll do as we're starting to wrap up, you will be able to, we're going to put James's email up there, and then James, are you okay with somebody contacting you from somewhere else and saying, hey, we would like to set up a mowing ministry? Would you kind of walk them through the basics? James has a full Excel spreadsheet. He's incredible at organization. He's a banker, okay, folks? He's not in the lawn mowing business. I'm a mortgage banker. I'm not in the lawn mowing business. Once again, anybody can do it, right? We're guys that sit behind desks and sit on the phone all day. You know, we're not guys who are out doing, you know, hard manual labor on a daily basis. But if somebody wants to contact you, they can email you.
Absolutely.
And would you help them will you kind of just walk them through things?
Sure. Just little things of how to pair up the guys with the equipment, identifying where the moms live, and try and figure out where the volunteers live so the guys don't have to drive across 3 different cities to get there, to pair of guys who may be in the same neighborhood and don't even know it.
Logistics.
Exactly. All those things,
Wonderful.
I'd be happy to walk them through, just some things that we've thought about and share our ideas and share our vision.
And you're 9 years into it.
This is season 9, and I'm happy to report that we've got a number of guys on the team that started with us 9 years ago and are still with us today.
Wow. Have we made some mistakes?
Yes, we're not perfect, but we are, thankfully, we've mowed the yards that we're supposed to. We've not mowed any yards that we weren't supposed to, but we have had some great success stories of coming out, serving, and literally someone who was on the fence, just conflicted about so many things in life, came out, saw us, we've engaged in conversations. We're a visible sign. People keep seeing people showing up. Who keeps coming to do my neighbor's yard?
Right.
It's a great way for us to start talking to them about all these things that we hold dear, and for us to be able to go forward with that. Whether they come to our church, whether they go to another church, whether they however they can get that message.
Right.
It's just a great opportunity for us to go out into the community, like you said, to get up off the couch, get in the game.
All right, wonderful. Folks, James Hudson, Mowing Ministry. I just wanted to kind of make sure that everybody knew that something that simple can be used to help other people, to help humanity, to be a ministry, right?
Correct.
So, if you have any questions, contact James. And if you want to set up something at your church, he would love to give you, the time that you need and walk you through the basics and help you logistically walk through it. We'd love to see these all over because it's so simple and everybody can get involved. Would you agree?
Amen. Amen to that.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely.